Welcome everybody to a brand new video. In today's video, I want to bring you guys a review of the movie Parasite. Now, I just want to preface this video by saying that I'm not a film critic. I'm not really big into like movies or anything like that. Quite rarely do I actually watch movies, but I managed to watch this one yesterday and I just had to make a video on it. When it comes to criticizing things, I definitely feel like I'm more of a music critic because I definitely enjoy music more than I do like, visual media. But I thought I would make an exception for this movie because there is quite a bit to talk about. I'm not going to talk about everything, which by the way, this video is going to be spoiler free. If you haven't seen the movie, then don't worry, I'm not going to spoil anything, but let's get into it. Parasite. I watched this movie yesterday, and it is a story about a very, very broke family. These people are at the very bottom. They are incredibly poor. When I say poor, I don't mean just like, struggling to get by in terms of like, they have a job and they can barely pay their bills. I mean, they don't even have jobs. They can barely put food in their stomach. They can barely get water. They literally have to lift their phones up to certain areas of the house to be able to steal Wi-Fi from other networks. This family has it very rough, and as I said, they are unemployed. They don't have jobs, but what they end up doing is basically they end up finding a family who is a lot more wealthy than them, a very rich family, and they manage to convince them that they are qualified, that they're professionals, and that they are able to work for them. And they all manage to land a job for this family and basically start making a living and start thriving off of the fact that they're essentially scamming this family, this rich family, and taking advantage of the fact that they're a lot more naive to benefit themselves. That's basically what the movie is about, and I highly, highly recommend that you see it. I'm not going to talk too much more about what the movie is about because I don't want to spoil anything for you guys, because this movie, I'm just going to say it off the bat, is absolutely fantastic. It is a must watch. If you have not seen it and you've maybe seen the trailer and you thought, oh, this doesn't seem that interesting, or maybe you don't like the fact that the movie is in Korean and they have to read subtitles, I am telling you that does not take away from the film whatsoever. It does not matter what language this film is. Read the subtitles, watch this movie, and I guarantee you, you will not regret it. I know that you might be skeptical, the same way I was, because I had seen the trailer. I actually wanted to see the movie, and I saw the trailer, and I thought, this looks okay. I wasn't, like, super captivated, but oh my fucking god, I am so happy that I watched it, because in all honesty, now as I said, I'm not a movie critic. I definitely have not watched like a shit ton of movies throughout my life. I'm probably very easily impressed when it comes to, movies and stuff like that. But I would definitely go as far as to say that this is the best movie I've ever seen. There was not a single minute of this film that I did not enjoy. Not a single part. Everything was perfect. The cinematography is incredible. The acting is absolutely fantastic. The director is Bong Joon-ho. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing that. He did a fantastic job with this film. A fantastic director. I heard that he has a really fantastic track record, and this movie has convinced me that I need to go back and I need to watch some of his older movies, because I hear that he has a fantastic track record of making really, really good movies, even though a lot of people are saying that this is his best. On Rotten Tomatoes right now, it's got a 99%, and on Metacritic, it's got a 96%. This movie is getting so much praise, and rightfully so. It won 4 Oscars, and honestly, it deserves every single one of them, because this movie is beautiful. The different themes that are blended together so effortlessly and so naturally are honestly incredible, and I can't believe that a movie like this is possible. We have parts of the film that are comedic, funny in nature, and then we have parts of the film that are terrifying, happy, depressing, beautiful. The way that this film depicts classism is impeccable, showing the incredibly harsh struggle of being dead poor, not having any resources to your name, versus the careless and very free-living lifestyle of the elite who are at the top of the food chain. What I like about this movie is just how real it is. It is insane how you can watch this movie and realize to yourself that everything in this movie is plausible. Everything in this movie probably happens every single day. The way the elite and the incredibly poor operate in this film is very realistic and told in a way that is just hard to believe, but at the same time, you realize this is a reality for some people. I also like the way that poor people and rich people are depicted in this film. The rich people aren't depicted as, you know, really snobby and like looking down on everybody. There are definitely moments like that. I'm not going to talk about those moments. There are definitely a few moments like that, but overall, the rich people seem nice. They just seem to be like nice people who just happen to be rich and a little bit gullible. The poor people in this movie are incredibly witty. They're very smart, incredibly intelligent, making use of every little opportunity that they can get, making sure that they're not wasting any resources and doing whatever they have to do to get themselves out of the situation that they're in. And rightfully so, they're doing that because they have no choice. They have to put food in their stomachs and in their family's stomachs. They have to be smart. They have to be witty because otherwise, they're not going to be able to get out of the situation they're in. There are no real villains in this movie. When you see some of the acts that the poor people are doing throughout the film, you understand. While, yes, it's not justified, some of the actions that they take, some of the desperate decisions they make, you understand that the reason they do these things is because they have no other choice. It perfectly depicts how being poor will force you to make decisions that you don't want to make for the better of yourself and your family. You follow this family through their journey, and so when something wrong happens, you understand why they do it. You don't agree with it, but you understand that this is the grim reality and some people are just forced into these situations. As I said, I am very easily impressed when it comes to films because I'm not a film critic and I don't watch a lot of movies, but if I were to give it a score just based off of my own opinion, I would give it a 10 out of 10. It is honestly a flawless film, definitely worth your time, and I highly recommend it. Do not look at any spoilers of this film. If anybody spoils this film for you, fucking punch them in the face, because this is a movie that you do not want to be spoiled on you. This is a masterpiece. Highly recommend it. If you haven't seen it already, get a cinema ticket, go and fucking watch it in front of the big screen because it is absolutely worth it. This film pulls on so many different strings. It scratches so many itches that, you know, many other films are going to have a hard time scratching. That's everything I'm going to say about this film. Please, you need to watch it because it is incredible. I am definitely going to be rewatching this film probably multiple times. In my opinion, this is a flawless film. I could not find a single thing wrong with it, and yeah, all I can say is that you need to check it out, and I'm just gonna wrap this video up from here. So yeah, guys, that's pretty much the end of the video. If you guys enjoyed, make sure you smack the like button. If you want to stay up to date with my content, please be sure to subscribe. I'll have my last video in the corner. If you haven't checked that out already, definitely make sure to check it out. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks very much for watching. Peace out.